Hi, my name is Max.
And my name is Michael.
We are kid executives from Brain Highways for the Kids Why Not campaign.
The Kids Why Not campaign is a project to help widen our view of mental health. It consists of the kid executives from Brain Highways, which are us, Rady's Children's Hospital, and you.
Many people often view mental health as people being violent, crazy, and loony. But the stigma of mental illness remains one of the top reasons why people choose to forego care for up to 10 years. Mental health is actually a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make contributions to his or her community. For instance, I'm going to show you an example of how the brain can cope with the normal stresses of life and can get overflowed in stress. This is a large threshold. Often thresholds can get filled up this much, and it still has much more to be filled before it starts to break down. And once it starts...
Is that a threshold for stress?
Yes. Once it starts to overflow, then the threshold starts to get stressed out. Or then the person starts to get stressed out. And sometimes there's even small thresholds, which can often get overflowed more easy. And once overflowed, the person has much more stress.
Is that person overwhelmed?
Yes.
So the person who has an ability to cope with stress the size of the orange cup has a lower threshold.
This is a large threshold. Often thresholds can get filled up this much, and it still has much more to be filled before it starts to break down. And once it starts...
Is that a threshold for stress?
Yes. Once it starts to overflow, then the threshold starts to get stressed out. Or then the person starts to get stressed out. And sometimes there's even small thresholds, which can often get overflowed more easy. And once overflowed, the person has much more stress.
Is that person overwhelmed?
Yes.
So the person who has an ability to cope with stress the size of the orange cup has a lower threshold. Okay, thank you. Great example.
So here are some facts to consider. While people often think that those experiencing mental health problems are dangerous and violent, no more than 10% of the people diagnosed with the mental illnesses ever act that way. And in fact, 1 of every 4 people with mental illness will likely experience being the victim of violence, which is a rate that's 11 times higher than the general population.
Now that we know this, why not widen our view of mental health when looking for solutions? Why not refer to mental health as simply brain health? And why not teach ways to improve brain health to prevent future problems and support those in need? And how can you help? Well, in a grocery store, if you see a child screaming, offer help to a parent.
So we hope that this presentation encouraged you to widen your view on mental health, and we hope that it motivated you to help towards the cause for the children at the Rady's Children's Hospital Psychiatric Ward, and we hope that it'll bring sunshine to their time when they're away from their home. You can donate at the link that it will be included with the video.
www.
So what link is that? So, and what do you plan to do with any funds collected via the GoFund campaign?
Any funds we receive will
What do you plan to do with that money?
It'll be used for the kids at the psychiatric ward. It'll be like we will buy proprioceptive toys and things just to help get their money.
Thank you very much, kid executives. That was a wonderful presentation. So,
Thank you.
Kids Why Not campaign.